insane! Oh, look!
Are we lost again?
It's very hard, like the gore is huge.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So after spending like more than 2 months in the Greek islands, we finally decided to come to the capital, Athens.
Yeah, we arrived yesterday and we have like full days planning. We're gonna go to the, what's it called?
Anafiotika
neighborhood.
Yes.
And basically it's like kind of a neighborhood where you pass through to go to Acropolis, but it's like full of cats.
True.
And like it's very cute and typical.
And
so I think we're gonna start there.
Start there.
I just love how where Google Maps sent us, really. It's like, oh gosh. It's so typical Greek. So cute.
Yeah, it's very difficult, but we haven't saw any cats yet.
We saw like 2 cats because it's starting to rain.
Right, but we'll try to find it.
So we just got our tickets, and I think it's because we're in the middle of October, so there's not many tourists here. We just wait in line like less than 5 minutes, so it's very nice. And it was the main entrance. And yeah, basically our tickets cost us 0. If you are under 25 and from European Union, the combined ticket, which goes for the Parthenon, Adrian's Library and like multiple sites, it's valid for 5 days and it costs you 0. If you are an adult, it costs you 30 euros. And another good thing of coming like in low season is because obviously it's less people, but if you come from November, I think, to April, even if you're adults, you get reduced price. So everything is half price. So that's a very good way to save money too.
So we just entered the Acropolis. It's a complex with temples dated from the 6th century before Christ in honor of the patron of the city, goddess Athens, and the goddess of wisdom too. And it's the most important temple of the Occidental culture. And they give us a tiny map with all the things to see.
So we just arrived in the main entrance of the Acropolis, and first of all we just get like this beautiful view of like all Athens, which is amazing. And also, like, I don't know if many people know, I think so, like, just to clarify, the Acropolis is not just the Parthenon. They have like 20 temples and statues and many things that you have to see. So just in the entrance we pretend to be the Temple of Athens, which basically was a temple that was built around 425 BC. We're gonna have the first look of the Parthenon. I'm too excited for it. It's insane! Oh look! It's so nice! This is amazing. I don't think we can like really show the notion of like how big it is, so just wait.
And that's Joana.
You have to use a little imagination when you're visiting the Acropolis, because first of all, like all the temples are like white, but kind of like beige, but originally they're all like, everyone thinks it's the original color, but it's not. The temples were like full of color, like blue and pink, so it's wasted with time. And second of all, most of the Acropolis is just the temples, but there's a lot of statues and parts of the temples that are not here, so you have to like kind of imagine a little bit, but they're all in the Museum of the Acropolis, which you're going to see next, so it's good to do both. In the front of the Parthenon, which is the most famous Greek temple of all times. So basically, it was finished in the 5th century before Christ, and it contains 6 columns in the front end part, and on the side it contains 17 columns, and they're all in the Doric format. The temples also have a very famous optical illusion, so basically the foundations are slightly concave, but the columns are slightly convex, making both of them appear straight, even though they're not, and they really do seem straight, so I haven't even noticed until like we read it. The color parts and the friezes were all filled with colors, which, as we mentioned today, is all a little beige, and full of statues represented currently in the museum. But yeah, it's still like huge. Like I'm standing in this very tall rock, and it still like appear like nothing.
So in the far east side of the Acropolis, we can see the only modern thing here. That's the Greek giant flag. And in 1941, in the beginnings of the Nazi invasion, two Greek boys hang up there the Greek flag as an act of resistance. Down there you can see the Dionysius Theatre. It was built in the 6th century before Christ in the place to celebrate the Dionysia festival.
So we just finished the Acropolis, which was amazing. Even if you pay, I think
Really
it's worth the
amazing.
money, yeah?
It took us like 2 hours to do it.
2 hours, yeah. And we obviously are recording and taking a lot of photos. So I think like in 1 hour and a half you can totally see everything. I think now we're starving. It's about 1 something. So I think we're gonna go eat.
And after that the museum?
Yeah, and after we're gonna see the Acropolis Museum.
Yeah. We were entering the museum when we find out that the government put COVID restrictions, so you need to have the vaccination or have a COVID test to enter, and you don't have both. So probably now we're going to visit the Agora, but we really recommend you guys to see the museum.
Yeah. This is what we can see. Seems pretty, but a little empty. Just entered the Roman Agora. Basically, the Agora was a very complex place. Basically, it was the center of the public life of every citizen. So not only was the place of the markets and where people would buy things, but also the place of the public life and the administrative and the citizens. So basically, it was also where the politicians would give their speeches and people like would talk about politics and culture. The good thing is that everything's like so close.
True.
Just 2 minutes after the Roman Agora, we have the ancient Agora, which basically was the birthplace of democracy.
True.
And it's
big.
way bigger than the Roman Agora. Behind me we have the Temple of Ephesus, which is one of the main temples here in the ancient Agora. And Ephesus was the god of the metalwork.
Forgery?
In forgery, yeah. And the temple was built by one of the architects from the Parthenon. Our guide says is the best preserved Doric temple in all of Greece.
Are we lost again?
It's very hard, like the Agora is huge. And then like we have the name of the temples, but we don't know what they look like.
Are you still figuring it out? I have to say, Joana did orientation in school, but she sucks at this.
I said I did it, I didn't say I was good at it.
Because we're being kind of boring today, I'll just do a short version of this. This is where Socrates preaches philosophy and frequented.
It used to be more, but now it's just romantic rocks.
Yeah.
Where's my cutie? Naka não saiba. Socrates with his buddy Confucius. And Acropolis. How cute are these Greek? We're now going to see the Agora Museum, which is inside the building, which basically holds some of the findings here in the Agora. From what I gathered, this is the seal of democracy, and basically it lays down a law against tyranny in Athens. And the image is Demus being crowned by the personification of democracy.
Oh.
As far as my abilities go.
this one here, Volmont.
It's the Emperor's treasure. This is the reconstruction of the Agora, which is like huge.
This is the temple that we visit, and that's where we are now in the museum. We finally found cats.
So apparently they all hang out in the entrance library.
They're so cute cats. So this is the last historical stop that we are doing today. Before going some streets, yeah. And we are in the Adrian's Library. This is a compound constructed by Adrian the Emperor. And it's not just a library, it has some Roman fort.
We just left the Adrian's Library and now we are in Munasteraki, which is basically one of the main neighborhoods in Athens. And basically it's like you just have like a lot of like flea markets and you have like this very cute church in the main square. But we're gonna go and eat some very traditional Greek sweets that we're like craving all day. And they're like amazing, it's so filled. But if you want to see more, we'll leave it, everything food related to Greece will be on Greek, traditional Greek foods in the end of all the Greece videos. So if you want to see what we think of these babies, then you have to wait just a little more.
We're going to an amazing cafe that I think we are about to arrive, I think.
Yeah, we just found it online. It's called Little Cook, and basically like it's a cafe, normal, but it's like this over-the-top decoration of like Disney. And we saw that it's for Halloween already.
Oh my god, it's so pretty as you can see.
Oh, have you seen that? So cute, honestly, just from the outside, it feels like you're at Disney during Halloween. It's like a tiny little Disney. So you totally have to come here. And honestly, I think from the inside it will be like even more amazing.
So our bells are full and we finished the day in the amazing note.
It's so cute.
And the day was totally amazing.
Yeah, with like so many
amazing things to see.
And you still have so much to do. So if you wanna see the part 2, because it's gonna be like a very long video. So if you wanna see our day 2 here in Athens, just
subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe, give the like button, maybe leave a comment like what would you see in Athens. And yeah, see you on part 2 tomorrow.
Bye.